What's good, everyone? Welcome to the Power Up Podcast, episode number 10. I'm out of fingers, so we're going to have to figure out how we're going to call those out later. Um, we have a lot to get to, but first and foremost, as we get into episode 10, I want to thank everyone who supported. Thank everyone for their feedback and just thank you to everyone that watches. I appreciate you all deeply, and we hope to continue doing this. And I'll have more to say towards the end about what's coming up next. But today, we have a lot to get into. Summer Game Fest. We have an Xbox showcase. We had a State of Play and the Game Fest show itself. So, first and foremost, let's get into, as always, the shout out to the Southwest Florida FGC. For Southwest Florida FGC Weekly number 135 for Tekken 8. In 7th place, we had Zoe Valentine. In 7th place, we had the newcomer, Big Boy 99. In 5th place, we had McLover. In 5th place, the returning Dr. Killed by Death. In 4th place, we had Spiker. In 3rd place, we had Flamio. In 2nd place, we had Samurai Soda. And in 1st place, we had Crispy Crisps. Moving on to our Street Fighter 6 bracket. In 7th place, we had Kite. In 7th place, we also had Spiker. In 5th place, we had Fighting Focus. In 5th place, we also had Casual Sam. In 4th place, we had Makira. In 3rd place, we had Walt Coyote. In 2nd place, we had Foz. And in 1st place, we had Professor Peanut. And in our rotation this week, we had Guilty Gear Strive. And in 7th place, we had Big Boy 99. In 7th place, we had Waffles. In 5th place, we had Zoe Valentine. In 5th place, we had Lost Hero. In 4th place, we had Man Dude Man. In 3rd place, we had McLover. In 2nd place, we had Spiker. And in 1st place, Dr. Killed by Death. Now, let's get into our league top 20. First up, in our Tekken 8 league, in 20th place, we have Dr. Killed by Death with 1 point. In 19th place, we have Frank Gaines XP with 1 point. In 18th place, we have Cruisin' with 2 points. In 17th place, we have Tripa Seca with 2 points. In 16th place, we have Oblivion with 2 points. In 15th place, we have Focus with 3 points. In 14th place, we have Mr. Worldwide with 4 points. In 13th place, we have Lost Hero with 4 points. In 12th place, we have McLover with 5 points. In 11th place, we have Zoe Valentine with 8 points. In 10th place, we have Foz with 8 points. In 9th place, it's your boy, Sir Snorlax, with 10 points. In 8th place, we have TV Tengu with 14 points. In 7th place, we have Savage Mello with 23 points. In 6th place, we have Spiker with 36 points. In 5th place, we have Kazibara with 41 points. In 4th place, we have Samurai Soda with 61 points. In 3rd place, we have Mary Chango with 85 points. 2nd place, we have Flamio with 113 points. And in 1st place, we have Crispy Crisps with 152 points. Moving on to our Street Fighter 6 top 20 leaderboard. In 20th place, we have Lost Hero with 3 points. In 19th place, we have Prox with 3 points. In 18th place, we have Rock Bronny BR with 3 points. In 17th place, we have Cruisin' with 6 points. In 16th place, it's your boy, Sir Snorlax, with 7. In 15th place, we have Focus with 7 points as well. And 14th place, we have Rich Dan with 10 points. In 13th place, we have Scourge with 10 points. In 12th place, we have Waffles with 11 points. In 11th place, we have Casual Sam with 11 points. In 10th place, we have Big Boss Brandon with 18 points. And in 9th place, we have Walt Coyote with 18 points. In 8th place, we have Noodle with 21 points. In 7th place, we have Makira with 32 points. In 6th place, we have Lexitron 3000 with 40 points. In 5th place, we have Mr. Worldwide with 56 points. In 4th place, we have Professor Peanut with 58 points. In 3rd place, we have Foz with 69 points. In 2nd place, we have Spiker with 71 points. And in 1st place, we have Harold with 75 points. Congrats to all those on our leaderboard. And we also had a big announcement from Southwest Florida FGC about 2 events that are coming this year. Southwest Showdown Summer Solstice happening in July, and Southwest Showdown Fall Brawl coming in October. That means major points for our leagues. So with Summer Game Fest, we had a look at Witcher 4 during the State of Unreal. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into it because it's a 15-minute video, lots of tech things, but I want to show everyone what a little bit about what they had to show us in this State of Play for The Witcher 4. It looks very beautiful.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. We're veered off the high road. Aye, the devil's out there! Just running from!
Oof. That's a huge bitch. My man's got some broken legs, some broken ribs, some broken everything. You ain't getting away from that thing. Have you seen that thing? Look at that thing. You're gonna die. Poor guy. He really tried. Siri. Our girl Siri.
Salt.
Most of the gold is there, so you know.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Yo, the world looks amazing. So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, just because you know they talk a lot, and I want us to look at the actual.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing.
On a standard PS5.
So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region
Look at
we're
the
in is
world.
called
Just
Kovir,
look at how it all,
and you'll get to explore it in a game.
the textures.
Right now, Siri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
It's crazy, honestly. It's crazy how good
Alright,
this
everyone,
looks.
meet
Kelpie!
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
I prefer that name over
So
Roach.
just like Geralt had Roach, Siri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
Indeed.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Siri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement.
Look at the
on
tail,
foot,
how
so
it flows, the
controlling her
mare
feels
on the
realistic
horse.
and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations.
Damn,
So you've got realistic muscles,
look at
moving,
this guy.
stretching
There's,
under Kelpie's
yeah,
skin without compromising the
that's
performance
crazy.
there.
Muscles and all that, the strike, how everything reacts. That's amazing. That's awesome.
So let's leave Siri behind for a second and talk about the world itself.
You take a look
So
about a
much
little bit of
the
this.
Witcher world is natural,
But look at
organic,
this. It just,
especially
it
Kovir
looks
with its
amazing.
dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard.
It is.
And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce...
I recommend that everyone go take a look at the rest of that tech demo because it looks amazing. And it just, the whole thing is fantastic. And the technology that is now out there for games it's amazing. And I'm definitely looking forward. I was already looking forward to Witcher 4 after seeing this. I'm even more excited for Witcher 4. I'm excited to play a Ciri. We got a little bit of that in Witcher 3, but to play a Ciri in this game is going to be awesome. To all the naysayers, yeah, whatever. So next, we're going to get into the state of play. Sony had a state of play this week, and there was quite a few game announcements, and there's some trailers that I will definitely get into here towards the end. But I just want to go through a list of some of the announcements that were made. Lumen's Arise from the devs of Tetris Effects is coming to PS5 and PSVR 2 this fall. Romeo is a Dead Man from Suda51 and Grasshopper Manufacturers coming in 2026. So it looks, Suda51, we got No More Heroes, all that. So it looks pretty fun. Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement, sequel to the original Bloodstained 2D action game that is inspired by Castlevania, was announced. Digimon Story Time Stranger is an RPG coming in October 3rd of this year. Baby Steps was it's kind of a walking sim, a silly little walking sim that it's interesting. Hirogami was also announced. Character made out of origami and takes different shapes, origami shapes. That was pretty cool. Cairn, I think we've seen Cairn before. We got to take a closer look at Cairn, a mountain climbing game, and so that was cool. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection has been announced. We have MK1, the original MK1, MK2, MK3, Ultimate MK3, and MK4, and versions of that game. So like, the arcade version, the Game Boy version. There's different versions of each game included in the Legacy Collection. Very much akin to games like the Cowabunga Collection for TMNT and things like that. So it looks interesting to go back to the Legacy. With that said, I'm just going to throw this out there. When are we getting our MK Shaolin Monks, either sequel or remake or both? I don't care. But also, when are we going to get a Tekken collection? Give me a Tekken 2, a Tekken 5, a Tekken 6, a Tekken Tag Team 2 collection for modern consoles. Sony announced Project Defiant, which is a fight stick that they're making, and it's why Sony? You have the Quamba series that are PlayStation 5 licensed sticks from the Drone, Titan, and Obsidian. Victrix. You have the Victrix sticks. All phenomenal hardware. All phenomenal sticks. You've got hitboxes, the whole nine. Why are you making a stick of your own? I'm sure you mean well. You want to get into that money, but why? It makes no sense to me when we have all of these other high quality sticks out there. I mean, the Victrix is probably one of the most expensive and most beautiful sticks out there. And you know, the Quamba series is a top of the line stick. You know, we've got, you know, our snack boxes, our hit boxes and things like that out there. So why Sony is getting into the fight stick market, I don't know, but we'll see the quality. We'll see how it is. I'm sure the pros are going to get their hands on it and have their critiques. So we'll see where that goes. They released a new trailer during the State of Play for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Now, I haven't really been looking at stuff for Delta Snake Eater since the original announcement because I want to go in as fresh as possible. All right. For those of you who don't know, I am a huge Metal Gear Solid fan, specifically a Snake Eater fan. That is my favorite all-time favorite game of all time, just of every genre. Okay, so I'm gonna pour a lot of time into that game. But during the State of Play, we got a trailer. We got to see a lot of the visuals, a lot of classic look at things that happened throughout the game, gameplay, whatnot. And at the very end, we got a weird little tease that is teasing something that I sure will indulge in. I don't know how it's going to operate, but Metal Gear Online. So Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence had a Metal Gear Online aspect. And, you know, it's evolved since then. We've had several iterations of Metal Gear Online throughout the years with 4 and stuff like that. So that's going to be dope, I feel, if it's true. If what the tease is, what we're looking at, the tease is true, that is going to be awesome. The next announcement was a Thief VR game coming in 2025. We also got an announcement for Tides of Tomorrow coming in February of 2026. It's kind of like a Waterworld game. We also got an announcement for new Astrobot levels that are coming. With some Astrobots for Ghost of Yote, amongst other characters as well that are coming. And the Astrobot controller is getting restocked. So for those that wanted to get that Astrobot controller, you're going to get another chance to get it. Sea of Remnants is a colorful pirate game that was announced. And I feel we're getting a little oversaturated with pirate games, just saying. We got Sea of Thieves. There's another one on top of that. Sword of the Sea. It's a game that's launching on PS Plus August 19th. Speaking of PS Plus, PS Plus Classics is adding Deus Ex's PS2 port June 17th. Twisted Metal 3 and 4 will be added on in July 15th to coincide with the second season of Twisted Metal. And we have the original Resident Evil 2 and 3 coming later this summer to PS Plus Classics. We got a little bigger look at Ghost of Yote, and we have a State of Play coming in July. So that'll be something awesome to look forward to. So next, let's get into some of the trailers of games that piqued my interest. Games that I think I'm definitely going to be checking out. The first one is we got a release date for Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Kenji. I'm a sucker for nostalgia. I'm sorry. See, now, this character looks really cool. And I didn't know there was going to be more than one character. I wonder if they're going to... I doubt it, but a 2-player co-op would be pretty cool. Nice. Love the music. This classic music. Classic video game music. July 31st. July 31st. I'm hyped for that one. I'm very hyped for that one. I love Ninja Gaiden. This is the year Team Ninja. I'm just throwing that out there. You'll see why in a few. But I'm definitely going to check that out. The next game, it's a game that we've seen before. It's a game that has been delayed several times. Let's take a look at Pragmata.
The future. It isn't just a dream. It's a promise. One we're turning into reality. With our 3rd generation of Luna filament and advanced generative AI, we're reshaping the line between dreams and reality. We create life for our future. Delphi Corporation.
There's always a corporation. There's always a damn corporation.
Let's see about getting passed through to Earth. And why are these things trying to kill us?
There you are. All better.
You patched me up.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Right now, I have a nagging suspicion that that kid is going to break our hearts.
3367. They are
Whoa, hang on a second. Don't you ever-
Either something's going to happen or it's going to turn on us or something's going to happen to the kid. I know it's a robot, but we're going to be emotionally attached and it's going to break our hearts. Just throwing that out there.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
The gameplay looks cool, though. The gameplay looks cool.
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through. What the?
Bypassing 1st and 2nd firewalls. Hooking control protocols. Initiating hack.
Hey, D.I.
I said I am D.I.
Okay. Look, how about we call you Diana?
We named her. We named her.
Diana?
Emotional attachment. Emotional attachment. This is hilarious. I found that hilarious. They leaned into the fact that they keep delaying this game. It looks really cool. Capcom, killing it. The next game that we're going to look at, we got a release date for Silent Hill F. So let us take a look at this creepy-ass game.
Sakuko, どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。今は誰かと喋りたくて。私も後から行くね。うん。じゃあね。裏切り者。
See, here's the thing. Everything inside me is telling me no. But the fuck is fuck that. Everything's telling me no. The fuck? Why with the tendril? They got weapons too. Oh, fuck that. It's moving. Nope. Why? Why? I say why. I'm still gonna do this to myself. They move fast. I don't like how fast they move. Fuck that. September 25th, 2025. Pre-order now. We're going to do it to ourselves. On top of Metal Gear, on top of this, Ninja Gaiden, DS2 on the beach. Everyone's just decided, flood the market. Now, the next game, I've not played these games, but it looks very interesting. I've heard a lot of great things. It's another Souls-like. But let's take a look at Neo 3.
Spirit stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams. Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
Team Ninja once again. It's the year of Team Ninja.
Such an ominous atmosphere, and one thick with the presence of Aratama. What makes a shogun? Here is my answer.
Now this is crazy. He went from samurai to ninja. I mean, that's dope.
To have entered the depths of hell.
Neo 3.
Who might you be, warrior?
Tokugawa Takechio.
Early 2026. And there's a demo out now, so if you want to check that out, I certainly recommend doing so. The next game that we're going to get into is a game I'm actually been looking forward to since it got announced. IO Interactive announced a 007 game, and we got a name this week, 007 First Light, and we got a trailer for it. So let us take a look at that.
His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority. Same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows
Damn.
what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet
Bond.
without a target. Let's give him one.
Do you have an appointment?
The name's Bond.
James Bond. He's with me.
And you are? Don't think we've had the pleasure.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the utmost delicacy. I need all my pieces on the board.
009 is a master manipulator. Whatever the end game is, we won't see it coming.
We got a rogue 00. Hydrate, folks.
Gets me every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
We gonna have car chases. Of course we do.
Tell me, what do you do, James? Lately, headhunting.
I mean, I'm gonna say it. I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for it. I'm definitely hyped for this.
I suppose this is another teachable moment.
Of course. First Light coming in 2026. So, if I'm not mistaken, the actor, what looks like to be Patrick Gibson, who plays young Dexter in Dexter Original Sin. But it hasn't been confirmed yet, it's been weird that they haven't really said who the actor is. I've noticed that he's got a scar on his face, which is very non-Bond-like. And I hope that it isn't tying it to, like, Blofeld, which is, but we'll see what that all is going to show. But I'm very excited for this game, and there's going to be more gameplay here soon in the next months or so. So we'll actually see what the game actually really plays like. I'm definitely going to be checking this out for sure. The next game, it's a game I never played before, making its return. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice. I keep saying that wrong. Ivalice Chronicles. So let's take a look at the Final Fantasy Tactics remake. Remaster, call it what you will. Now this logo freaks a lot of people out, including myself, because I was like, Final Fantasy 16 again?
Oh, Father, abandon not your wayward children of Ivalice, but deliver us from our sins, that we might know salvation.
If you feel wronged, blame yourself or the Father.
Why do you fight? Why walk this path of subterfuge and conflict?
The powerful must rule the weak. It is our duty.
Heavens fall
It looks damn good.
crown.
This vile charade has gone on long enough.
I think people maybe wanted more from this.
Do you remember? when your father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass.
The classic and the enhanced version. So the enhanced version is going to be fully voice dialogue, as it says there. And, you know, September 30th, another fucking game to play in this year. And that's definitely what I'm going to try. My wallet is going to hurt, and there's not enough time. There's games I started that I haven't finished yet, like Claire Obscure. Give me some time, folks. Give me some time. The next game was a shock to me. There had been some rumors, but we didn't confirm what it was per se, and this blew the roof off a lot. You know, State of Play closed out with this and a dev diary thing right after. But let's take a look at Marvel Token Fighting Souls from Arxis. PlayStation Studios.
お手並み拝見といこう。
君のことは親友だと思っているが、やるしかない
Captain America Shield. Iron Man. I love the anime style, the design of these characters. From the jump, I love how Iron Man looks. Nice. Spider-Man, of course. Star-Lord. Ghost Rider, the Robbie Reyes version. Doom. That's a main for me. Storm looking damn good. Looking damn good. I love the design so far. The only question one is Star-Lord. 4v4 tag team battles. Like, how is this even gonna work? Oh yeah, coming 2026. Now, they did say that they wanted to include characters that have never been included in like Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff like that. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Fogwell Jim, you saw Murdoch in the window. Give us Daredevil. Make it so he's not in the window. Like in Street Fighter 6, when Guile is in the air carrier base, and then when you play as him, he's not standing there. That's what we need to do. That's what we need. We need Daredevil. I'm looking forward to this game. The fighting game community is hyped for this. It was very surprising that Marvel is working with Arxis instead of Capcom. I feel Capcom is right now a little busy with Street Fighter 6. Maybe working with SNK on some stuff. Just throwing out some hope out there. So that's probably why this happened. It's kind of, it was surprising because we just released the Marvel collection not too long ago. 4v4, I don't know how that's going to work. That's a lot. And if it's going to be 4v4, this roster is going to have to be stacked. So that'll also be interesting. Coming in 2026 with 2XKO right around the corner, another tag team game. And there's another one we're going to talk about here in a few. So we'll see how that all turns out. I'm definitely going to check this out for sure. But next, I want to get into the Xbox showcase. So we got to look at a few things, including some hardware. Xbox revealed the ROG Xbox collaboration, the ROG Xbox Ally and the ROG Ally X, with seamless, integration of the Xbox app for the Game Pass. So for handheld people, that's going to be coming out this year. And one of the things that they showcased during the presentation of this was Hollow Knight Silksong, which was teased to be coming out this year at launch with the ROG Xbox Ally. So whether it comes out before or right when that releases, I don't know. But this handheld is supposed to be releasing this year. Grounded 2 from Obsidian was announced as well. Double Fine also announced Keeper. That looked interesting. It's like a lighthouse type thing. We had some DLC. We get to look at the DLC for Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, Order of the Giants. We got some new gameplay from Ninja Gaiden 4. Again, it's the year of Team Ninja. And today it was announced that that available as of now, Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox, and coming later this year, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrate. I think this is a good move for Square. Stop with the console exclusivity for Final Fantasy games. Stop it. I feel that was a lost cause from the get-go. The next Final Fantasy game, whether it be whatever the third game in the Final Fantasy remake saga is going to be, needs to be released on all consoles at once. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, the whole nine. Gears of War Reloaded. So it was announced that it was coming to PS5, and now they've announced a cross progression, cross-platform, the whole nine, and we're going to get a multiplayer beta beginning June 13th across all platforms. If you've pre-ordered the game, you'll have access to it. If you're a Game Pass subscriber, you'll have access to it. If you're an owner of Gears of War Ultimate, you'll have access to the multiplayer beta. Animo, a RPG creature collector game, was announced. Aphelion is an adventure game that, in association with the European Space Agency. So it's an adventure game grounded in science. So that looks very interesting. Chronos, The New Dawn, is a survival horror game from the Bloober team, who brought us Silent Hill 2 remake earlier. So I'm excited for Bloober to be getting their own game, although I'm going to say I wish they would give us Silent Hill 1 and 3 remakes. So just throwing that out there for y'all. As we talked earlier, tag fighting games, Invincible Versus was announced from the Invincible universe as a 3v3 tag game from PWR-Up, which is a team of developers made up of members from the original Killer Instinct 2013 dev team. So the game looks like it plays very much like MK, Killer Instinct. I'm hoping it's probably leaning towards more so Killer Instinct than MK. With that said, it looks decent. I'm not too thrilled. I didn't like the visuals that much. I felt that it probably could have looked a little better, but we'll see how it evolves as we get closer to a release. Planet Lana 2 was announced. I didn't know about Planet Lana 1, so tell me about Planet Lana if you're a Planet Lana fan. Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy, was announced. It is set 15 years before the original game. Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive was shown, and I love solo leveling. I might check this out, but it looks like it's kind of like a mobile game. Not to take a crap on mobile games, but Give me a real solo leveling game at this point. We got a DLC announced from Age of Mythology Retold in the form of Heavenly Spear. And we got some more DLC announced for Elder Scrolls Online Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1. Fallout 76 is also getting DLC in the form of Gone Fission. It's a fishing thing, but it's fission. Sea of Thieves is getting a DLC, Smuggler's Tide. So, more pirate stuff. Like I said, I feel like the pirate market is very saturated at this point. So, I want to take a look at some of the games that were announced during the Xbox showcase that called my attention. The first one, it's a game that was leaked and rumored and talked about up until very recently. And I was hoping that we would get more than what we got, honestly. It was a very short announcement, but I'm glad they announced it, and I'm looking forward to it. It's just, I wish it had been a little more. Let's take a look at this trailer. That's what happens when you press the wrong button. It looks great. Persona 4 Revival. And that's all we get. Like I said, I wish we got more from that. I really wish we got more from that. The next game that we're going to look at is No Ghosts at the Grand. And it looks pretty... It's a weird story, but it's interesting, and I kind of like it.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand, a hotel famous across the land.
I'm not gonna lie, the songs in this are pretty catchy. I like the...
Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man, like he was.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will wicker man your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking.
Ain't that the truth?
Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place, the only one you can really trust is...
Of course, the cat. I dig the music. $2026. The next game is a sequel to a game I played a little bit of, and it was a fun game. I never get around to actually finishing it because time. But it's High on Life 2 from Squanch Games. So let's take a look at that.
Babe, what's wrong?
Just when I look at these two, it just makes me laugh. I'm sorry.
I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzapro.
There's skateboarding involved. We got a knife. I don't know how far, if you use the same gun for the entirety of High on Life, but it looks like the guns have evolved. I mean, it's goofy. What do you expect from a Squatch Games game? Bow and arrow.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Coming this winter. Definitely gonna check that out. The next game was very intriguing, and I'm wondering how it's gonna how the game is actually going to be. So I'm hoping that we get some gameplay here, some actual like in-depth gameplay in the future. But this is the trailer for Mudang 2 Hearts.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가? 만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐. 당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가?
Seems like down there is your rage meter.
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가? 누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 지정태.
2026. Now, my question for this is, are you playing as different characters throughout the story, just as the story progresses, or are you playing as one specific character in their story? That's where I'm interested in. Like, there's a whole rage thing, and you see the meter there, and like the vitals and all that. So that's interesting. I'm hoping that we're gonna get more gameplay here soon. So, the next game, I'm actually kind of excited about because it looked pretty cool. And it took me back, me and nostalgia, how we do. Super Meat Boy 3D was announced, and the trailer was pretty cool. So let's take a look. This got me right here. And then he appears from the top. It's hilarious. The platforming in this looks insane, by the way. I feel like they fixated a little bit more too much on how you die in the game, how you can die in the game, and how brutal it looks. I've never played any of the Meat Boy games, but it looks interesting. The next one really piqued my interest. It's called Clockwork Revolution, and there's a lot going on, and the story I'm very interested in. The gameplay mechanics I'm very interested in. It's very unique. So let's take a look.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine, because they sweep their filth down to us.
1895, The Tangle.
Here's to playing in the mud. Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
Keep your filthy pickers off
I love that thing.
And it sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for one.
That's fucked up.
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted!
The facial hair kills me, though.
Lord Griswick. Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill?
Very honest with both of them.
We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were,
Trust your instincts, sir.
tall,
Yes, sir.
built rather slim, well, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
Interesting.
I see.
Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
Man, I'm pissed himself.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy. There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol?
Now I'm wondering if Arrow lives through
If
certain
I'd
dialogue
seen it
options.
with my own eyes, I wouldn't have
That's
believed
fucked
it.
up. That's so messed up.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no!
I'll hurt you, you fucking meat sack. I'll leave you with a pissing bed of peaches.
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
They just want us beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him.
That's why it pays to be clever and well-armed.
Weapon upgrades. Interesting.
Let's go and end a few arguments. Don't get cocky. They've got a weapon far worse. Time. And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I can fiddle with time. Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened. We can change the world as we know it. One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell ya, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
The time stuff is very interesting.
Now let me alone and piss off.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Day one with Game Pass. You know how it goes. Yeah, that's definitely one I want to look into because it looks very interesting. The next game, The Blood of Dawn Walker, where you play as a freaking Daywalker. I love me some vampires. Bandai Namco.
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle.
It's crazy.
Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead.
All their strengths, none of their weaknesses.
Their worst nightmare.
I assume, at least.
A Dawnwalker. Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
Blood of Dawnwalker. 2026. The next game. Now this one, kind of, sort of, but not really, but kind of, sort of upset me in a positive way. Because who it's from. Let's take a look at Beast of Reincarnation.
るか昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Game Freak, I got a question for you now.
(4026) 人類は滅亡を待つのみ。
Beast of Reincarnation.
封じ子エマ、お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
2026, and I'm just gonna say this right now. Game Freak, why don't our Pokemon games look like that? Is this your way of telling us, hey, we can make games look good, but it ain't gonna be a Pokemon game? Why don't our Pokemon games look like this? Because that looks dope, and anger aside, definitely on my list, because that looks really good. That looks really good. The next one was one game that that's one of the other games that I really enjoyed of this lineup from the showcase, besides Beasts of Reincarnation, At Fate's End. Let's take a look. This looks very interesting. I love the art style. Spiritfarer. So interesting. And now we fight. Oof. Oh, it looks like there's more than one sword. Damn. This one looks like another good one. I'm definitely gonna try this one out. The next two trailers, one was a another look at a game that we are waiting for to come out very soon, and then to close out the show was a new game announcement. So first, let's take a look at the Outer Worlds story trailer. I'm a huge Outer Worlds fan, so I'm definitely trying this out.
Do you think I'd care that the
Onto
colony is
Cleo.
in disarray? We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not
I'm assuming we play the Earth Directorate agent.
can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and red and blue. Every last bit of my way, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you.
Obsidian.
The cost may be high. One day, I know you'll be mine.
Nice. Nice. Damn, that thing is huge. Damn. October 29th, folks. The Outer Worlds 2.
Capitalism by capitalism. Celebrate the beauty of capitalism by pre-ordering today.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Crazy. I'm not too let's talk about Outer Worlds 2 first. I'm very hyped for that, but the next trailer I was not too convinced by. But I'm also not a fan of this game as much anymore. So maybe that's just what it is. Maybe it's just me being a curmudgeon.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me. You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too
She looks so familiar, and I
we
can't
have
place
been
who she
bound
is.
by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
is a powerful thing. David Mason.
Menendez.
I get it. It is a very popular franchise. It's gonna sell because it always sells. I felt like this was a very lackluster way to close out the show, to be honest. Because this is the game that closed out the show. I felt that there isn't much there. I don't know the story. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there was supposed to be something shocking in that, but I'm not looking forward to that. So yeah. So that was the Xbox showcase. Now, Summer Game Fest. We got to take a look at quite a few things. So, because it was almost a 2-hour show, we have quite a few trailers that I want to get into. But some of the things that were announced, kicking off with Mortal Shell 2 being announced. Fortnite announced their Death Star Sabotage event. It was beginning. Kojima was on stage to talk about DS2 on the beach, and we got a look at a new scene. And he stated that the game was actually made with the pandemic in mind. The original game came out right before the pandemic, and then pandemic happened, and then now we started working on this. We looked at Chronicles Medieval. We got an announcement for Code Vein 2. End of Abyss, which is an overhead shooter. Mouse PI for Hire got a trailer. Troy Baker will be playing the role of Jack Pepper. It's like an old-timey cartoon style game. Black and white style cartoons. Game of Thrones War for Westeros got a trailer. It was a cinematic trailer, but the game is an RTS, real-time strategy game. We also got an announcement for Atomic Heart 2. The game will focus more on RPG mechanics. And following that announcement, we got an announcement for The Cube, which is part of the Atomic universe. It's an MMORPG shooter. We also got a new look at Marvel Cosmic Invasion and the announcement of 2 new characters in the form of She-Hulk and Rocket Raccoon. We got another look at Onimusha Way of the Sword. And we got a look at Killer Inn, a murder mystery action game. Arc Raiders was also announced, which is an extraction shooter. Dune Awakening, an MMO, was also showcased. Chrono Odyssey, which is another Souls-like game. Mio Memories in Orbit. I think we saw this at the Game Awards, I want to say. It's a Metroidvania game. Gives me kind of like Ori feels. So, Mafia: The Old Country gave us a story trailer. I know that's coming out very soon, so that'll be interesting to see. A Lego Voyagers was shown. It's like you play as 2 little things, and you're like trying to you build to progress through the level. It's very interesting. Nicktoons The Dice of Destiny is a top-down beat-em-up that was announced. I'm going to be completely honest with you, that game did not look good at all. At all. Like, not that the gameplay, it was just how it ran. It looked weird. Lies of P Overture got stealth released during these Summer Game Fest, so that is out now. We also got a look at Jurassic World Evolution 3, and my main question was, there was a 1 and a 2. 'Cause I never heard of these games. It's like a Jurassic Park Tycoon type of thing. It's really weird. A new VR game was announced, Deadpool VR, and playing Deadpool is NPH himself, Neil Patrick Harris. It looks cool. I just wish it wasn't a VR game. I don't do VR that much, so actually not at all. I've never done VR. I haven't found a game or games that have really said, "Hey, I'm going to get this." So, Dying Light the Beast was announced to be arriving August 22nd of this year. We got a trailer for Mixtape. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to that. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. It's a top-down roguelike. Looks pretty cool. Acts of Blood. It's a small dev team, but it kind of gives me the feel of like Urban Reign from the PS2 era. So that looks pretty interesting. I might have to check that out. Mind's Eye has a launch trailer, and it revealed what looks to be a Hitman crossover as well. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Hitman here in a moment. Lego Party, which is pretty much like a Mario Party, but with Lego and Lego characters. It actually looks really fun, and I might have to get that. Wildgate was shown, a 20-player team shooter. Blighted, an over-the-top roguelike. Ill made me ill. It looked gross. It's a shooter. Just everything about it was just ugh. Infinite Malls, which was like it's like a third-person shooter with bugs. It's kind of like Ants and Bugs Life. It was okay. Last Flag is a shooter, and it reminded me of Team Fortress 2. Wu Chang's Fallen Feathers, another Souls-like. There's a lot of Souls-like getting announced, and I'm really it's like I've talked about this with others. It feels like the Souls-like it's all one big vicious cycle, but we're getting oversaturated with Souls-like games, and it's just gonna go out of fashion, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. It's just where I feel like that's where we're at. Into the Unwell is a third-person roguelike that's coming out. We also got to take a look at that. Splitgate 2 had a trailer, and I actually got to play a little bit of that, and that was interesting. Portals and whatnot. It was pretty cool. But let's take a look at some of the trailers that really stood out to me during the Summer Game Fest. With the first trailer, I'm excited for this game. We got the riders with the boards. That's sick. Hatsune Miku, why not? Ichiban. Joker. Minecraft, of course. Another September title. So the Sega characters, so Hatsune Miku, Joker, Ichiban, they're gonna be free. They're gonna be part of the game. The rest, I believe, like the Minecraft and whatever else they release, is gonna be paid DLC. We had a leak, and we saw that I believe there was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Avatar, the Last Airbender characters. So we'll see how if that leak was actually true. The leak included the characters that were shown here. I think we had SpongeBob in there too, so it might be true. The next one is a game that I am so hyped for because it is so silly, it is so funny, and it just take a look.
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
All right, you little sick of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got. What? If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform you. Why are you even here? Don't waste my time.
Save us, Fuzzy, or we'll die.
Damn.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Eat bread, crap, burnt toast, carb load. This meat ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jab, jab, jab.
Punch Out. It's Punch Out with Muppets, and I love it. I love the concept. I love how it looks too, because they look like Muppets, like real life Muppets. So the design is awesome. I'm ready for that. Not gonna lie. The next game we're gonna look at is Out of Words, and I wanted to show this one because it is stop motion animation, and I was very impressed. I've always been very impressed with stop motion animation. That just takes so much patience and knowledge and technical design.
Don't you see? We can't.
Come on, follow me.
The next game that I want to show, it was presented in a really weird way. It was like they called it like a crossover. I think it was like Silent Hill and like something else. And then the trailer started playing, and I was like, "What is this?" Inspired by a true story, but we compared it to Silent Hill.
I sit at the front of the dinner table where he used to be. 5 plates full. Plates of food.
It's definitely got creepy vibes.
Plates of angels. Plates of her legs. Beautiful. Broken. Plates of flowers. plates and plates. The garden is lush in the rain, and everything's focused.
I see the Silent Hill connection.
There's a hunger that feeds and blooms, and I will feed, and I will bloom.
Interesting. The next game. Again, the nostalgia's hitting me, but I'm very hyped for this one. Oh yeah, we back. He's got a flash kick and a Tatsumaki. Oh, she goes Super Saiyan? I'm ready. So the story
spending an obscene amount of
is the story from what they said is written by the original writer of the comics, which is awesome. I think they said some of the X's are going to be some of the playable characters, so that'll be cool. Overall, I love the original Scott Pilgrim. Hopefully, it won't get delisted after a couple years and go to hell go to the pit of some developers, for 10 years till they re-release it again and make us pay for it again. The next one, so we talked about Hitman earlier. World of Assassination is getting a new chapter, a new target. So let's check it out.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le
Le
Chiffre,
Chiffre.
a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris. Our clients have deemed this unacceptable.
I've invited these people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends, wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
I'm hype. I'm so hype. Le Chiffre's got to be one of my favorite Bond villains. And of course, gotta love Mads Mikkelsen coming back and doing this. So I'm definitely excited for this, and I'm going to have to try that. The next game I'm very interested in. We all know how I like mechs, so let's take a look at Mecha Break.
Growing Martian zones force the Thalassic Federation to advance its Project Enterprise.
The cinematic looks fantastic and amazing. I'll dig the music too. Upgraded. July 1st. Very soon. Very soon once again. Too many games. The next one comes from a group very near and dear to my heart. The Wu-Tang Clan. Expected deck. Jizza. Method Man. ODB. One. God. Killer.
Where is the Wu-Tang
Where
Clan?
is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Find them.
Dollar bill, y'all. Oh, my bad. There's a little more. Presented by Ghostface Killer. Wu-Tang is forever. And it ain't nothing to mess with. So, we have a couple more trailers to go. This next one I'm very hyped for just because it's Street Fighter 6. We got a Season 3 character reveal, which also is kind of saddening because I thought we were going to get this as CEO, but, I guess, we're going to do it here. Bigger stage and whatnot. So let's take a look at the trailer, which I thought was hysterical. Kenny Omega.
Let's rumble.
Alex.
That was crazy.
Street Fighter 6.
The king of Muay Thai is back. Sorry, the emperor of Muay Thai, I should say. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this real quick, and it's I'm hyped for Sagat. Sagat's gonna be the first character coming out. They said summer. Shortly after, I do believe, is Sea Viper. I know a lot of people are very happy. They've been asking for Sea Viper, so we saw Sea Viper in her debut in Street Fighter 4. We saw her in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, if I'm not mistaken, and we saw her in Ultimate Marvel, and actually, I think it was just base Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and then Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So MVC 3, that was the last appearance. She's been in cameos and stuff, but For the most part, no appearances. So I know people are very happy about that. The Third Strike representation with Alex. I know some of the grappling freaks out there are gonna love the Alex return. Ingrid's the one that people are very about. So just a quick history lesson on Ingrid. And we talked about this a little bit in a previous episode when we did the review for the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. There was a game called Capcom Fighting All-Stars that was being developed that ended up getting canceled and then turned into eventually Capcom Fighting Evolution, and that was Ingrid's debut game. And then she came out in Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper as well. So she's been in a couple games. So the inclusion of Ingrid is very... People that don't have that backstory are like, oh, new character. And then some people are like, we don't want this character here. So the way this is going, I would not be surprised if the next year is going to be Balrog and then Vega. So we'll see how that comes about. But I'm excited for Scott. And we'll talk a little bit more about Street Fighter here in a bit. The next trailer that I want to get into is coming from Sega. Again, let's take a look at what was previously known as Project Sentry.
18.
I pray with a song in my heart. Ever since we've been alone, wherever I'm feeling blue,
RGG. 1943. Love the music. Love the music. If this is the vibe we're going to stick with, jazz music, oh yeah. Damn! You make choices like that.
Got a name?
Mako. Daito.
Daito. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
You're not? So, what are you then?
Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
Stranger Than Heaven is coming from RGG Studio, and I'm hyped for that. That's another that I'm ready for. I'm very happy for that, and I'm definitely going to be playing that for sure. It looks good. Like I said, that's the musical stylings that we're going with. I'm very hyped for that. During the presentation of the Summer Game Fest, there was these weird little segments that we had about Capcom games with the actress that played Lady Dimitrescu in Dimitrescu. Is that how you say it? I can't remember how to say it. From Resident Evil Village. And everyone was expecting a Resident Evil 9 trailer that we never got. They did a discount. They did the promo for games being discounted, for Capcom games being discounted. Then we talked about the franchise as a whole, and they said we're still cooking. We need to cook for a little bit more. So just hold on, and when the time is right, we'll show you. And then they closed out the show with this.
Sir.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
Grace Ashcroft.
My office.
Oh, coming. If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
What is this? Hey! Help!
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Stay away from that!
What the? They didn't even let us stew on it for a minute. They said, February, here you are. And I'm gonna say this, I'm hyped for it. So lore-wise, from what I remember, I'm not big on lore for Resident Evil. But this is the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft, who was a playable character in Resident Evil Outbreak. So I guess the question is Resident Evil Outbreak now canon to the Resident Evil games? Because in my recollection, it was not canon. I enjoyed the game, the first one at least. I wasn't too fond of the second one, but the first one for sure. And I feel that this Resident Evil is going to go back to the feel that Resident Evil 7 gave us with Biohazard, that we kind of diverted from in Village. So overall, and we're going back to Raccoon City, obviously, the remnants of Raccoon City, the bombed out, nuked Raccoon City, and so I'm looking forward to this game. I'm ready, and that's how we closed out Summer Game Fest. So with that said, we've got a lot of things coming out soon. I mean, for me, just alone, I mean, I got Metal Gear Solid Delta that I'm definitely want to get into. There's so many different games out there that I really want to try out. So I'm that were just announced just in these three events so far, these three showcases so far, and I know there's more to come soon. So let me know what you think, what you is your favorite announcement or the game that you're looking forward to most from these three showcases. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for Resident Evil? Are you excited for many other games that were announced? I know I am excited for Resident Evil 9. So, with that said, the date I'm recording this, I am about 4 days away from CEO. So I plan on getting some footage and talking about CEO on our next episode. Fun few surprises that I've got lined up. So I'll be away for a bit as I'll be focusing on the training and then the event itself within the next few days. And then once I'm back from CEO, we're going to talk all about that. So far, I've entered during our main games. I made a change, very last minute, very dumb last minute change, but a good one, I feel. Originally, I had entered in our main games Tekken 8, of course, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. I have not played City of the Wolves that much. I have not gotten much practice in it. I don't feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable going into a major tournament for it. So I had three options to go. I could change. I had multiple options. I could just, let me say, four options really. I could just not play altogether and lose that, pull out, whatever. Or I can transfer my registration to another game. And those three games were CVS 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, or Street Fighter 6. Now, I eliminated CVS 2 right off the bat because I haven't played it as much as I probably should have, and I don't feel I would do very well in that game. Not that I'm going to do well in any of these games. Then it was Super Turbo and 6. Super Turbo I haven't played in a while, but I've played 6 more recently. So, when registration was about to close, the very last minute, that Sunday, I sent the email out, and we're now playing Street Fighter 6. So I had to start training. So I started picking up Cammy again, and then after I picked up Cammy, I decided, why don't I'm playing Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and I'm playing Ryu. Now in our community events, I'm also playing Street Fighter Alpha 3. I'm playing Ryu. So I might as well go across the board. Let's give Ryu another try now during the, I might get called a couple of different things, but during the patch that just came through, Ryu got some really big buffs. So top tier character now. But I just feel more comfortable with Ryu, and I felt, as I started playing with Ryu, I felt more comfortable in progress I was making just in the little time that I've been playing. So we're going to be playing as Ryu in Street Fighter 6 for the first time, like actually playing Ryu. That might not last long because Sagat's coming, and I'm probably going to try out Sagat. So I'm really hoping at CEO we're going to get some Sagat gameplay footage. They might reserve that for EVO, but this is just me holding out hope that they're going to give us something new at CEO. My other community events, I entered Sonic the Fighters as well. So, and as community events go, you can sign up to the very last minute. So I might enter something else as well on top of that. So I have not decided that yet. As for the Southwest Florida FGC, there's 20 plus members of the Southwest Florida FGC going to CEO this year. It's probably the largest amount of members from this community going, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how everybody does. We've got incredible players. Our top players are going to be entering Tekken, Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue. I mean, you name it, they're entering it. Spiker entered like 6 games of just the main games alone, let alone God knows how much else he entered community-wise. So it's going to be an amazing time. There's going to be vendors. We got, the listings of the different arcades that are going to be at Jabailey World now. Not Jabailey Land, Jabailey World. it's going to be crazy, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to sharing with y'all the experience that is CEO for its 15th anniversary. So with that, as always, signing off, be good or be good at it. I'll catch y'all next time.